Called order at 5:01 this evening, and we will stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. We'll do the outside flag. Is there? Right here. You can, right? I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. No, I don't.
All right.
I
Use that. I know, up to the outside flag, yes.
Resourceful.
All right, we'll move right on to item C, public comment. So we are in person today, but we don't have anybody with us for public comment in person. I don't know if there's anybody online, Devin?
You have one attendee, but I don't see any hands raised, so we'll give
Okay.
just another moment.
All right, yeah, if you are interested in providing public comment, just raise your hand and Devin will make sure we give you the ability to provide that comment.
All right,
No.
I think we're all set.
All right, great. Item D, could I have a motion to approve the August 20th, 2025 minutes?
So move.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right, motion passes. We'll move on to correspondence received 8/19/2025 to 9/15/2025. We did not have anything included in our agenda packet for review tonight, but I will use this as an opportunity to remind those of us, or the community that watches these meetings, which I know they do after the fact, that by all means continue to use our contact form that is on the homepage of our website for any questions, comments, thoughts that they want to share with us. And then we'll move right on to reports. Nothing specific for chair report tonight, so we'll move to town council liaison report. Okay. Is Sarah on?
Yeah, I don't think she's on.
Okay. All right, so we'll move right on to Board of Education liaison report.
Yeah, so we had our first meeting of the year on Monday. Things going well in the schools and transportation and return to school and all the different schools, but I think Kathy may have something more specific to add maybe about this building and how that's going.
So we
Especially-
hope that we can give you a tour at the end of this meeting to give you like some insights into the different spaces, but we love this space. It's just been incredible for the whole staff, and we've had teachers coming in doing training here. So many different ways in which the spaces are being used. And we now have our sports up and running over the fall sports. So there are the locker rooms or the field house as well attached to this building. So it's just been a great opening altogether throughout the school district.
Excellent. It's great news. Thank you. Okay, any other questions for Kathy or Beth or anything else for Board of Ed? All right, 1928 Building Committee Liaison Report, Chris.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Mike. As probably you can tell, the work on the cupola is complete. Window installation is at roughly 80% complete. I'm doing some exterior stone replacement. And then sort of in the interior, we're just kind of moving down, putting painting chair rails on, finishing up some window sills and duct work. But everything's going along well, and very shortly we'll be moving into begin discussions on FF&E. So, but all's going well.
Great. Any questions for
So,
Chris?
quick question, and this may be outside of that scope line that we drew way back. The staircase that, now that they've removed some of the fencing along the front, that staircase that's in the southwest corner of the property, is that gonna be cleaned up and then left as is, gonna be taken out?
Left as, we're gonna clean it up. I didn't mean to steal anyone's thunder, anyone else?
No.
We're gonna, right now it's still closed,
Mhm.
because all the work's still going on.
Yeah.
So when you come up those stairs, you come right out to the construction site. But once we're done, we're gonna go down, the fence will be removed and all the stairs will get, obviously we'll clean up all the brush, cut everything back and clean it up. We just haven't touched it just because we don't want anyone walking there now, but the stairs will be back open.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions for 1928? Oh, all right, then we'll move right on to project management contingency report. Russ?
The owner's contingency log, as you can see, we're still doing very well financially. We continue to process change orders through the month. We are hopefully coming to an end in the next couple months, getting change orders done. We're about $42,000 in the red on the central office at this point. Seeing contingency is still doing very well. And we will make that, as we said before, we'll make that one transfer at the end to cover the central office from the CN contingency. You asked me for specific
Any
questions.
questions on contingency log or anything you want to look at specifically on there? I think we were taking a quick look on Friday, right, Russ, on what's outstanding.
Right.
We have some zeros out there that we're still working on pricing, but nothing big that we know that's
Yeah.
coming our way.
I don't see anything.
Good.
Really good shape. We're just pushing to keep moving the change orders and catching up on all the paperwork. It's all change orders. Nothing really new. The only new one we have is, that's gonna be a larger item, is the 3 handicap spots that are gonna go
We know about, yeah.
right here. Other than that, it's stuff that's already been completed.
Okay.
So it's just catching up.
And when do we anticipate the spots being done?
Is the plan, have we done, is it PR been done?
PR is
The
already
PR spot
sent
is being
to.
priced up, all goes well. We'll do it before the snow flies.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not planning on, again.
We'd like to get it done this fall, obviously.
Yeah.
We'll tie it all in with all the other work and, when they're paving, at least when they're paving the 28 building, we'll get that paved at the same time, to get some cost savings
Usually the
with that.
plants will close the first week of December, so that's when we have to do the paving time, so.
Okay.
I think we can still get into that slot. But Jessica's pricing, the proposal request that gets the.
Great. Okay, any other questions on contingency? We'll go
We're
through
looking
change orders in a
At
minute.
like 3.7, 3.8, right, between the two? So with a few little ones, we should be comfortable saying that 3.5 million that we're under. With all of that, with everything that we're seeing out there, meaning pricing, and that's all I hear on a daily basis, how budgets are being blown left and right. This is after all the inflationary stuff we dealt with. I think we should be proud that the fact that we're underneath. By any means, let alone the, 3.5, 3.6, it shows a lot that the work done up front was. The value engineering from the get-go was done very
Big
well.
difference.
And that's with adding the $1.3 million bleachers.
Yeah.
You know, like
Which are
that,
amazing.
So,
Yeah. So that's just,
First time I've seen everybody, I know they were roped off for grass, but I went to the football game and it was awesome to see everybody actually sitting in the bleacher
Yeah.
for the first time ever, for me
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's great. Okay, all good right there for the, at least contingency, talk about change orders when we get to the.
Yep.
Review of the agendas. Okay, we'll move right on to architect report.
so, as Ross mentioned, we've been reviewing pending change orders. Mostly.
It's the work that's happening right now.
Yeah.
Any questions on that? All right, construction manager report.
Pretty much the block renovation that was turned over, Jessica's back punching with Chris, last few weeks on the high school and also central office. Verifying that, we are pricing up some, potential change orders such as the handicap parking. There are the safety rails that were approved last month. Actually, we're just in the hopper on this one. That's gonna be scheduled as soon as we get the go ahead tonight. And pretty much just wrapping up paperwork
so I'm gonna take a few months,
Yeah.
but it's just catching up with, work, in submitting the state change orders so that the town can get reimbursement on that. We did respond to the first batch of state change orders, earlier this summer, 1 through 11. Arcadis reviewed them, and so did we, and I, formally issued a response, and I'm expecting, another batch, because we're on state change order number 27. So it's actually a pretty good turnaround from the state, because sometimes it takes 1 to 2 years to get those responses, but I've seen it on the projects that I'm working on. Even the ones in Manchester, that their state's starting to turn the paperwork around a little sooner, which is good.
That's good.
In the payment application was reviewed with the professional partners, and we recommend approval on that.
Okay. Perfect. Any thoughts or questions there for Nelson? No? All right. We'll go on to owner's rep, booth manager, Chris.
For the high school, it's just been pretty much back punching as well as going back through and checking, closeout documents. We're gonna be meeting with, Jess this coming week, to put that together even for the central office. So, and that's much it this moment.
Any questions for Chris on anything? No? All right, financial subcommittee report. Nothing specific other than some, obviously, we're gonna review, change orders, invoices now. We are gonna do a little analysis on our, change orders, I think, in preparation for our next, financial subcommittee meeting. Just doing some categorization and taking a look as we're doing a little bit of a retrospective view on the project. So that's more to come for the building committee, but that'll all be reviewed through the financial subcommittee first. I think it was a big topic of conversation for us. Is there anything else in particular that we discussed?
I think that was the majority of the
Yes, a big
discussion.
part of the conversation. So, it was a very good conversation, and I think it's gonna give us some important information to review as a committee as well. So more to come on that. Financial report, anything specific tonight?
No updates on that report.
Okay, all right, we'll move right on to new business then. Could I have a motion to approve the following invoice package for Farmington High School as presented?
So moved.
Second. Open it up for discussion.
Okay, so for the first invoice here, it's for project manager. This is Russ's invoice in the amount of $5,058.08. And as always, it's backed up with the work, weekly timesheets. The second invoice on here, is Arcadis. This is for the high school portion of the project in the amount of $630. And the last invoice on here is from Interscape. If you remember, probably about 6+ months ago, the school had come with some additional needs. Once they were moved into the building, some of these included coral risers or art panels. This was purchased through Interscape, and we are just making sure that they get paid for this. They initially sent it in May, it was missed. They followed up on it, and we want to make sure we got it in front of the committee. So, this is to pay Interscape in the amount of $61,484.28. And moving on to change orders.
All right, so the first one is 271, separate exhaust system for the chemical storage in the labs. What this is, after everything was installed, we realized that we need to have a separate exhaust system for the chemical storage. And that's what this change order is for. It adds a separate exhaust system, emergency brake lamp switch, and signage for the system for the amount of $15,708. PC 276 is for flexi days, attic stock credits for $2,398. Basically what this is we didn't feel the need to keep a truckload of flexi days, not knowing how long it will last and if we ever need it. So we just take the credit for it. And all the change orders have been reviewed as the financial subcommittee and decision making.
All right, any questions on either of these two? Is this where the camera? It's up there.
It's this one?
Cause I'm like, why am I looking up? Sorry, I'm distracted by why I'm like, it's here. All right, any questions online or is everybody okay? All good?
Yep.
All right. So all in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Bye.
Oppose? Oop, there we go. All right, motion passes. Let's move right on to G2. Could I get a motion to approve the following invoice package for central office as presented?
So moved.
A second. Discussion?
All right, so for invoices, the first one we have is ONG's pay app in the amount of $548,976.16. As Nelson mentioned, this has been reviewed by all of the professional partners and recommended for payment. And then the second invoice for central office is Arcadis. This is for their project management services in the amount of $2,350. We have 3 change orders. Good to go.
PCO 263R, cylinder fall protection around RTU 15, which is a little bit above us. It needed required fall protection. It's already to go up and work on the rooftop unit for the air conditioning. Given its proximity to the edge of the roof, we had to provide a safety rail. And that's what this does. There's a temporary one up there now, and that'll be replaced with a galvanized rail system, PCO 270. And that amount was for $8,221. Part of the review of that one, I'll just point out, we asked about leaving the existing in place and painting it. Right now it's a yellow, just temporary. And basically would have been $8,000 to leave it in place and paint it. So for $220, we decided to go with a brand new galvanized system. So that's where that change order came from, but it was a safety issue that we have to provide. PCO 270 is for $1,294 to add an additional speakers for over in area F. It's one of the walkthroughs with the fire marshal. They decided, he felt that the city, we had to add one more just to make sure everything, all the areas were covered within the central office. PCO 273, $6,706. This was additional paperwork that had to be done in the vestibule of your women to the central office. That was basically finishing up that big change order that we had for that entranceway. And all these change orders again were reviewed by the decision-making group and financial subcommittee.
All right, any questions? No? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, sorry. I had myself unmuted and I didn't.
All right, great. Motion passes. So we'll move right on to G3. So could I get a motion to reappoint Russ Arnold as project manager for the completion of the FHS construction projects from September 1st, 2025 through August 30th, 2026 for an amount not to exceed $75,000 and to authorize the town manager and professional partnership subcommittee to negotiate and sign a memorandum of understanding. Motion?
Second.
All right, discussion. And if we wanna, Kat, you wanna give us kind of some background here?
Yes, so if you remember, we initially appointed Russ, I believe it was 2023, to help us get this project to the finish line, get that portion of the project to the finish line. We have been doing a yearly memorandum of understanding. So we've reappointed him once, which expired at the end of August. So this would be a new reappointment for the next year. We don't think it'll go through August 30th, 2026. That would be
A lot of people say better not. That's usually, that's it, yeah.
But, you know.
A motion to December 31st.
So this would just enable Russ to to continue all the work he's doing. He's really involved in all of the change orders, all of the discussions to keep things moving, and to close out this project. So this would be to reappoint him.
Any questions on that? Anybody want to have any further discussion? Nope, all good. All right, All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
All right, motion passes. So that just leaves us with other business. Usually our main, discussion here is around the next meeting. So I don't know if do we feel like we need the next?
The next one's scheduled for October 1st. We have been canceling the first one. I don't think
Anticipate it.
unless there's a really big need to have one. I think we're probably okay. I'm looking at the professional partners over there. I think we'd be okay to cancel that one.
Excellent. All right, so could I have a motion to cancel the October 1st, building committee meeting?
So, second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
All right, motion passes. And that brings us to the end of the agenda. Anything else we need to accomplish this evening? Do you need anything else? No? All right, can I have a motion to adjourn?
No. There you go.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
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 All right, we will adjourn at 5:23 this evening. Thank you, everybody.